Друзья, подпишитесь на наш телеграм-канал, в котором вы найдете ежедневные эксклюзивные новости и видео из вселенной НХЛ, ссылка в описании к видео и в закрепленном комментарии.
He has put Ryan Nюджент-Хопкинс back on the top line with McDavid and Zak Hайман, and Uorren Fogele been the first line left wing, drops down to this line with Draisaitl. Glove save, batted down by Bobrovsky. And now it's broken by Brown. He's waiting for help. They were in the midst of a change. Mattias Janmark. He scored the shorthanded goal that opened game 4. Then Brown scored a shorty to start game 5. That's into the midsection from Janmark to Bobrovsky. 42 points in these playoffs from McDavid. The all-time record's 47 by the great one. Bobrovsky will smother it at the side of the net as Corey Perry put it on the cage from a tough angle. Ryan Nugent-Hopkins tried to spin away from Nico Mikkola. Hyman sent it into the corner. Back it comes to Bouchard through a screen. Played back to Ekholm and now Bouchard. Evan Bouchard, save! Bobrovsky, and that one hit him in the middle of the chest.
At the other end, it looks like Bobrovsky's back. A stop on Evan Bouchard to keep the game scoreless.
Up from the point, Forsling pitches in. He gave Holloway a bump, but the puck went outside the zone. And it's hit ahead to Draisaitl with a lot of help. Draisaitl down low, they score! Beautiful pass to Uorren Fogele! And it's 1-0 Oilers!
Is going to find Uorren Fogele. Fogele and Ekblad got all tied up. Fogele trips. He gets back to his feet first and finishes this off.
Snapped it across. Kulak for McDavid, picking up steam. He's out there with Draisaitl and Hyman now. Bouchard, it's kicked out by the right pad of Bobrovsky. Here's Hyman. Forsling fell down in the neutral zone. Ekblad got back. It's dropped back to Bouchard. Passed up the shot. Now lets it go, and it's off Bobrovsky into the corner. Here's Nugent-Hopkins off the blocker of Bobrovsky and back to the point. And they're now a combined -8 in the last 3 games of this series. Edmonton over the last 8 periods has outscored Florida 16-4. Here they come again, and they score! Adam Heinrich set up by Mattias Janmark. And it's 2-0, 46 seconds into the second period.
This is out to lunch and not sharp. Watch this change as they go back into the zone. They're not even on the ice yet. Now they've got to chase back the ice. Janmark will feed this across to Adam Heinrich. Heinrich, who came in the trade deadline, his second goal of this series, and a minute in, it's 2-0.
And good work by that line again. Here comes Florida the other way. Verhaeghe centered one, and Barkov scores.
Underestimate how important this is for Florida. On their heels, a turnover by Broberg, and while Skinner makes the first stop, the rebound pops right back to Barkov. Barkov stopped once, and Broberg, who had turned it over 30 feet higher in the zone, can't get to Barkov's stick. The Barkov goal will be challenged for offside.
Edmonton is challenging the play to determine if it was offside prior to the goal.
Well, Sean, I'm telling you what, this is a really close play. Remember, he doesn't have to be in contact with the blue line as long as his skate is not fully...
The video review at 19:09, the play was offside, no goal.
The closest of calls for the Oilers coaching staff, but this really speaks to the trust that the coaching staff has to develop with their video crew. So the video crew is looking at this.
Paul Maurice kept saying he thinks there's actually more pressure now tonight on Edmonton because they have the cup within sight. Barkov a shot, a right pad save and a beauty by Skinner.
Skinner's made 11 stops. This is his best one. Alexander Barkov's been the best Panther by a mile.
Rodriguez backhanded it in. Skinner with Bennett coming up quickly behind him. Big check delivered by Rodriguez behind the net. Shot from the point from Forsling. Turned aside. Forsling tried a one-timer again. Here comes Hyman. Score! Zak Hyman makes it 3-0.
At both ends of the ice, Stu Skinner through all kinds of traffic makes an excellent pad stop, and then Nugent-Hopkins will block Forsling's shot. Zak Hyman scored his first goal of the finals off his right knee in Game 5. This goes under the arm.
Banked ahead by Philip Broberg and sent back by Montour. Here's Montour, heeding the advice of his coach, joining the offense, and he shot it wide.
Up the ice, create if you can. Darnell Nurse gets walked by Montour, and Montour's shot hits the goal post up over the left glove of Stuart Skinner. Here we got the first goal of the game for Edmonton. There's some players that are playing in this game that a lot of them have very uncertain futures.
Verhaeghe, nice pass. Barkov weaves in. Barkov scores! Alexander Barkov, second time tonight. He's put one past Stuart Skinner. The first one was taken down on a replay review. This one will stand, and Florida's on the board, 3-1.
Mentioned after we showed that board of forwards that hadn't got anything done for the Panthers. Barkov, a man on an island by himself. He takes a nice feed from Verhaeghe, who's on the board. And Barkov uses patience in his long reach to freeze Stuart Skinner.
13 minutes to go, third period. 3-1 Edmonton. If they win, there'll be a Game 7 Monday in Sunrise, Florida. Brown sends it ahead. Janmark, another shorthanded chance. Stopped by Bobrovsky. Here comes a 3-on-2 for Florida. Is that a standard? Here's a centering pass. And a great stop by Skinner on Reinhart. They're still peppering Stuart Skinner.
And again, it's Barkov that's in the middle of it. By far, as we've said a couple of times, the best Panther. This is Sam Reinhart's best chance in a couple of games.
Bobrovsky's out of the net. The extra attacker is on for Florida. Again, struggling with the puck up high. Barkov did move it in closer. Again, they struggle up high. Here's an empty net for McLeod. 4-1 Edmonton.
Goals in games 3, 4, and now 6 for Ryan Makled. After Barkov fumbles it, Fogel pokes it out to center, and the speedy Makled, who started the playoffs as the third-line center, is now a fourth-liner and killing penalties. It was brilliant.
I'm sure it was. It always is. Bobrovsky will come out again. The puck got behind Skinner. He reached around with his stick. Another shot at the empty goal, and they score.
And then Adam Henrik's going to walk in, so Skinner will get the win-in goal.
Second longest in NHL history. It spanned from mid-December to mid-January. They haven't stopped believing.